Hello, College Visitation Charity.
Hello, College Visitation Charities.
College Visitation Charities.
College Visitation Charities.
The Ivy League College Tour is a college tour that is set up for students and individuals who want to see some of America's best and top colleges around. There are 8 Ivy League colleges officially that go from the state of Pennsylvania all the way to the state of New Hampshire. There are 8 of them. Now, I know you've probably heard of many schools that are Ivy-like, but there are only 8 Ivies originally. Those schools were basically given to us because they were an original sports league called the Ivy League. And because they're some of America's oldest colleges, it stuck. But what we're going to do on our Ivy League tour is you will get the opportunity to see all 8 of the Ivies, and we will add some additional what we would call elite schools. The way we define Ivy and elite is that these will be colleges and universities that will have in their endowments nearing or exceeding $1 billion.
Really tiring, but it's really worth it. Yale was reaffirmed, and Bowdoin became one of my top choices. Sort of reaffirmed my love for one college. It showed me one that I've never even heard of before that I'm probably going to apply to, and it's a really exciting time.
When I had started CCAL, we were pretty much all about HBCU tours at that point. But I did grad school. And in grad school, which was in Boston, Gordon Conwell Theological Seminary, we were able to take classes all around the Boston area. And so I took some classes at Harvard, Boston University, and some other places. And while I was in the classes at Harvard, I realized something. These folks weren't as smart as I thought they were. I was just as bright as they were. Be honest, I was pretty much one of the leaders of the class. And the class was simply on the topic of race and racism. We had a variety of different types of people in the class, but the main thing I came out of that class with was that the young people that I was working with in Philadelphia at the time and the people I grew up on the streets of Baltimore with were all smart enough to handle the curriculum at an Ivy League school. The only difference was access and opportunity, and whether they had applied themselves to be ready for those schools. That was really it. So after that, I decided I'm going to add an Ivy League tour to the CCAL program. It took a few years later, it took about 6-7 years before I really started doing Ivies in the late 90s. But that was the whole point of the reason of doing the Ivy tour, was to make sure that every student understood you are capable of dealing with the curriculum as long as you have prepared yourself.
Hi there, it's James from Vietnam. Back in 2018, I had the privilege to take part in one of college, Ref Nelson College Visitation Program. I was leading 3 students from Vietnam and followed them throughout the trip to various top colleges in the US within the Ivy League. From my personal experience throughout the trip, 2 things stood out for me. The first is how far Ref Nelson was willing to go for the students. We had one of the students from traveling to one of his relative house in northern Pennsylvania, which was like more than an hour drive away, and he could not get to the trip original meeting location in Philadelphia within town. So Ref Nelson actually personally drive to North Philadelphia and pick up the students from his relative house to get him to be on board with the trip. The second thing is I still remember one of the trip we were visiting Yale, when we were visiting Yale University, and the students were meeting with the college council officer from college admission officer from Yale University. And one of the students was having confidence issues, so he was not confident enough to have a productive experience from the meeting. So Rev Nelson actually come and talk with the student personally, provide him with words of encouragement, and also from me and some other students participating in the group, we were able to motivate the student to come and interact with the session and be a more better, strong, positive person. In conclusion, in general, I believe that the trip itself has a very good impact on the student as a whole. One of the students for participating trip had a full ride scholarship at University of Arizona as well, and I believe some of it was attributed to some of the guidance about the American culture and how to some of Rev Nelson tips of how to write a good personal statement, how to present themselves as a better person throughout the trip.
Thank you so much, James. Thank you. We're looking forward for more young people to come on that Ivy tour or to sign up for our online classes. If you're interested in coming on the Ivy League tour, all you have to do is go to our website and register at collegevisitationcharities.org. And we hope to see your child. We hope to see your student, whether they're in the United States or somewhere global, if they want to be a part of the Ivy League visits. Take care. Bye-bye.